How many more accounts have to fall and become victims of bad decision making? If only I could save these accounts. If only I could save everyone from making the bad calls. If only I could save everyone from making bad decisions. That's what I've been thinking for the last couple of months. But then I realized I actually could. I just need to make sure I get the message straight and to the right person. Now, if you have been a regular viewer on this channel, you know I'm not afraid to say it. If a unit sucks so bad, I've done it countless times before. From what I've gathered so far, he sucks, man. He sucks so bad. I mean, Maxwell is probably the suckiest unit they have ever released so far. Yup, I guess we can conclude right here that Caleron sucks, man. Don't recruit this unit. She's so freaking bad multiple times before. And I'm gonna do it again. Right here, right now, I'm gonna say it! Mamonir sucks! We're gonna get into the details right now. Here comes Natus. Angelica. Aha, get stuck. Boom. Here comes Mamonir. Oh my god! Angry Red. Alright, so let's see what is this Angry Red guy all about. Livia. Wait. Stella, Angelica, Mamonir. Alright, Mamonir is a +9. Okay, and then we have Glacia in front. I'm gonna zoop. Get rid of that Glacia. Get rid of Benshina as well. Bleed. Bleed. Yeah. Here comes Natus. Angelica. Aha, get stuck. Boom. Here comes Mamonir. Oh my god! Do you guys see that? The Mamonir just died from reflect. Holy, I've never seen that before. Pretty sure she has energy guard as well. Oh my god, we have to watch that again. We have to watch that again. Dude, I refuse to believe that. That is too strong. 27,000 with energy guard. Like, I won't be surprised if she does not have any energy guard, but she has 27,000. It's full. It's perfectly full. And look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. How did she die? What? The energy guard couldn't even protect her. I mean, she must have been dealing so much damage that the reflect is, you know, that all those damage are reflected back upon her. Holy, that damage is insane. Okay, so ideally, I don't like to talk trash about people's waifu, and I usually try to respect that boundaries right here. But I noticed there's more and more new players coming to this channel seeking for advice, so I figured I have to do my part, alright? It's my responsibility to educate some of the newer players to know who to pick so that they don't waste their resources, especially when it comes to legendaries, alright? It's a heck ton of ancient coins and those things are goddamn rare, alright? You cannot just whale your way through get them, alright? So ancient coins are so precious. Every single one of the ancient coins should be treated like gold, alright? Okay, now here's the thing. I wouldn't even be making this video if it's not because of this goddamn gorilla right here getting his rework and of course getting his waifu companion alongside as well. I wouldn't be making this video at all, alright? So we're gonna talk about why I think Mamonir is trash right now and how you can take advantage of this, regardless of whether you're new or if you have her at +10, etc. Now, if you are that type of player who's like, oh, I'm playing this game for waifu, then that's fine, alright? So, but I'm just trying to help players who are seeking proper advice right here and what is the next step that they should do. Either if you have been picking the wrong units, like Mamonir for example in this case, or if you're deciding on picking her, probably you should avoid that now. Let's talk about it, alright? So first things first, let's talk about Mamonir's skills. Okay, so Mamonir being a legendary means that she's going to be hard to skill up. So therefore, you should pay very good attention to every single skill level that she will have. Alright, what she's getting at every single skill level. She does have all her skills unlocked at +0, which is cool. You just awaken her, you get debuff immunity. That's fine and all. Going to +3, that will increase her energy guard significantly. So +4 and +5, it will increase her damage. Now this is going to depend on a lot of things. The problem with Mamonir, I think, is that she is versatile. She's one of those that's like, she's decent in every single area, but she's not extremely good in one particular area. For example, if you look at her offensive power in PvP right now, she's not going to do much against a lot of the meta units. Alright, so yes, you could go offensive Mamonir. Alright, so some players are going to argue that I've seen that before. But does it make sense though? That's the problem. Does it make sense? If you have Mamonir already at +10, sure. But if you don't have her right now, should you recruit her to go offensive Mamonir? Alright, to go like, oh, let's make a DPS Mamo. It doesn't make sense because add in Angelica and then we're going to have Seto soon. Like there's plenty of warriors that fit that role already. You don't need Mamonir to be hanging by a thread on that role specifically. So, +6, I actually like this skill a lot. This is the skill that makes, for me, I personally think this is the skill that makes Mamonir extremely unique. Alright, so permanent advanced counter nullifier. So this means that whoever that hits her will get nullified of all their buffs. That includes taunters as well. Yes, if let's say a Glacier hits a Mamonir, her taunt will get removed instantly. It's going to act like a grace, but it doesn't just nullify taunt, it nullifies every single buff that can be nullified. The problem right here is in about 1.5 weeks time, we're going to get Valter, and he can do literally the same thing at +0. Alright, so there goes Mamonir's uniqueness. Just poof, gone, right out of the sky like that, because this gorilla exists. Alright, so here's the thing. Going higher, she will get more offensive power alongside with more energy guard. Now, energy guard is unfortunately is not something that's unique to Mamonir alone. Alright, so you can argue that Mamonir might be able to do it better, but in my opinion, and based on the experiences of my fights, I would say that Velfern is a better energy guard user. Alright, so but we're not going to cover and debate the topic right now. Obviously, they both have their pros and cons, alright? Definitely both of them will have their usage. Yes, energy guard is strong, and if you're trying to counter units like Livia, energy guard cannot instantly kill you if you are Livia's side targets. If you're not her main target, that energy guard will always protect you, which is cool. But if you think about it, right? So Livia is gonna probably come into meta in a couple of weeks for us, probably in May. Now here's the thing, is there gonna be a spot for Mamonir in the meta? I would say yes, but at a very small, minuscule spot. Now this is where I'm going to answer the confusion of players who has been asking me this question from time to time. Alright, so Guitar Rock, sometimes I see Mamonir being used in the top 10 or top 3. So if you say she's not good, why is she being used? Okay, so the problem here is, the biggest problem here is, when it comes to the higher ranks of the meta, when you go to Grandmaster and above, especially in Challenger ranks, players tend to change their formations often. Alright, so players change formations often, and they have multiple attacking formations, they have multiple defense formations. So chances are, even if you see them use Mamonir, it could be just for a short period of time, and it could be just for defending a couple of battles. Alright, so you never know what the true win rates or true losing rate of that particular formation will be. So it's not easy to just gauge on just because someone is using that and you should be recruiting her as well. And also the argument here is that if you are starting out, if you are new, you can only pick very few legendaries. Alright, it's just more for whales who are on top. Yes, they are going to have more choices. Obviously, that's the case. So therefore, they have the options to always change their formations and use Mamonir and things of whatnot. A lot of players are going to have Mamonir or Velfon at +10. Definitely, because these players have been playing for a long time. But you have to ask yourself, if you are new to the game, do you want to risk building something that might or might not work? Or you're going to pick something much more consistent, like Grand, for example. Alright, so if you have Rafitia, do you pick Mamonir? I would say new players, if you have Refital plus 12, that's your first priority. Once you have extra ancient coins, 1,500. Like, there's so much options. Why would you pick Mamonir, right? And that's the question here. It's not that Mamonir is completely utterly trash, but it's just more of the other options that you can pick from that 1,500 AC. So there's Grand, there's Natus, there's just so many options. Even Alec might actually be a better pick if you're looking for a DPS unit, that is. So at the end of the day, the question comes in as, how do you compete in your league, in your meta, as opposed to trying to copy others and trying to replicate what they are doing. Alright, so this is where it's kind of complicated, but it's kind of straightforward as well. For example, right here, you might be seeing that I'm using Anastasia, and Anastasia is helping me win a lot of battles. But the same concept applies, right? Am I going to recommend Anastasia to new players? No. Like, because I have a lot of resources to make her work in this particular formation. I have Rafitia already. I also have Gran to be able to defend a lot. I have Albion giving her the shock. I have Veronia buffing her. And there's a lot of other factors to be considering, right? If you are new, it's not just about Anastasia herself, but rather the surrounding units and the surrounding formations around her that makes her work well in that formation. In this formation I'm showing you guys, you have to always consider that as well. Now, some of you might say that Mamonir will be back in meta soon once she has her companion, which could be true, but we don't have an actual date of when that will happen. So right now we know that the first batch of Octos should be coming around May. So that's just speculations. We don't even know the exact date. But when is the next second batch of Octos? When will they come with the second extra companions? I'm guessing next year. It doesn't make sense for the developers to make the batch of Octos obsolete so fast and make a second batch comes so quickly. It just doesn't matter. It will mess up the meta all over again. So I have a feeling if I were the developer, I would try to stretch it out as long as possible. And if you go and review the history of the first batch of Octo versus the second batch of the Octos dates released on the official maybe Neowiz or the Brown Last YouTube channel, you would see that it's actually 6 months apart back then. So granted, that might be the case now. 6 months apart could be a very long time. I mean, should you wait? If you have a Mamonir plus 10, I would say no. Take this opportunity. So if you are a veteran player with a Mamonir plus 10 right now, when Seto comes, when Livia comes, take this opportunity. Alright, if you have any of those units that you think could benefit from the skills that Mamonir has, just transfer Mamonir skills away. So we are all going to get the 10 legend transfer, if I'm not mistaken, because the Korea dude does have it. So it doesn't make sense for all of us to not have it as well. So make use of that. Take advantage of those resources that you have. Remember that legend skill books and ancient coins, they don't just fall down from the sky. Alright, so they are actually extremely precious. And for new players, if you're thinking of recruiting Mamonir, I would advise you from doing so. It's not worth it at all. You don't want to spend your resources on a unit that might work way later on, maybe 6 months from now, but it will not serve you any purpose for the next couple of months. Alright, so you want to try to stay as far up in the meta as possible so that you get as much resources as possible so that you can continue enjoying the game. But that's up to you. If you're all about waifu, I'm not going to advise you against that. At the end of the day, my job here is just to save as much people as I can from making the bad decision. Alright, so whatever you want to do next is totally up to you. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree or disagree. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.